let's do the streaming. Let's start the streaming because we got to start the streaming because it's like 40 minutes late.
Streaming is
Oh,
overrated.
Hi Ninja, hi Immortal, hi
uh,
anybody, hi
hey,
everybody.
Waffles. Mr. Fox in my chat was saying you talking about his maple syrup from Canada.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Shh, we can't. No, that's this is, we'll talk. You and me, we'll talk later. We'll talk later about getting that sweet, delicious maple syrup imported from Canada,
I have a few friends from Canada
where
now.
there aren't prying eyes listening to us. Because eyes listen to people. That's how
Hi,
that
Nemo.
works. uh, hi guys. So it's been a little bit since we've done D&D, just a tiny itsy bitsy bit. It's been a few weeks, and I'm super duper happy to get back into it. There might be some schedule changes in the future for D&D, but um, we'll see how everything goes. But for now, we've got an exciting campaign to get into here with you guys stumbling around Vallaki trying to find his bones, the bones of Saint Angel. I'll do a recap.
Yes.
So, last time on Dungeons and Breakfast, Curse of Strahd, episode 20 or thereabouts, whatever episode we happen to be in. Your group is on a mission to try and protect these people of Valaki from Strahd's influence, and perhaps find a safe place for your friend Irina Kolyana. Your group is searching for the bones of Saint Angel, which were stolen the other day. These bones apparently have the power to protect Valaki, or at least the church, as holy ground from Strahd's influence, and has done so for a very long time. Unfortunately, you had only one lead on where these bones were sent to, some aristocrat named Vasily von Holtz, as the grave digger Milivaj told you he had sold them to. With not really any leads, you decided to seek one of the bigger nobles in town, a Fiona Wachter. Going to her house, you talked to her and learned a few things about the more dubious nature of the burgomaster. She said she didn't know where the bones were and directed you towards him. Your group decided to head on over to the burgomaster's mansion to sneak in and maybe find out some information, or maybe burn down his house, whichever one suited your fancy at the time. and
Not my idea.
snuck over to, and actually managed to successfully sneak around the house, which is amazing.
I
considering
voted against burning down a house.
which is great. Well, I don't think there was a solid set in stone plan, but
Yeah, there
kind of
wasn't,
winging
but
it.
you
You guys
it's
discovered a
something.
man named Udo, who was being held captive inside the burgomaster's house as a prisoner, potentially being tortured and such by the very strong armed Izek Strasny, who you also discovered was sleeping with a strange number of odd dolls that you grabbed to inspect more thoroughly later. You also lifted the keys off of Izek. Very, very well done. So now you have a pair of keys. You entrusted Udo's safety to Irina, who is going to go lead him to the church for maybe a prospective safe ground for him and his family, as the burgomaster might be a little upset to know that you freed his prisoner. And that's where we left off. Your group talking about their potential future plans in the middle of the night as the moon hovers overhead behind large clouds, casting its gaze upon you. What are you guys doing?
Panic.
Who now?
Walk back in, murder them in their sleep.
Oh. That's one way to deal with it. I that. I mean, I'm sure there's a non-violent way to deal with it. Maybe. But who knows? Currently,
So let's recap what we know. We know that what's his name? Demon Arm guy is sleeping.
right up here,
Yep.
he's got a lot of dolls.
Yep. We know that the person in the room next door is not there. We know that we heard steps from the attic
Blue flashes.
and blue
Yeah, lots of
flashes of
blue
light.
flashes.
So it is probably
We
safe to
also-
assume that there's something magical going on.
We also still have that guard knocked out over by the bushes that we need to be careful of because we don't want her to wake up.
True.
And this guard, by the way, in front of the house is still as alert as ever. No inklings as to what's going on or anything like that. So just kind of standing there,
Right.
as
Budge.
strangely marionette-like as ever.
It's a puppet.
He does have, as I was saying earlier, it does have very strange NPC guard vibes. For lack of a better term to explain to explain it.
So what do we want to do, guys? Do we want to go check out what was going on in that attic real quick?
I just don't want to accidentally run into anybody who is up there. Because that might
mean-
cause some trouble.
It might.
I still think it's a good idea just
Or-
to eat the gnome.
Hey, wait a second now. That those windows are definitely closed. That would alert everybody.
It's
Even if they
fine.
were
Blame the blue
open.
flash.
He did buy those
No.
climbing pittons.
Yeah,
Shh.
I could climb up something.
He
not-
could also
Okay.
and here to here.
Look,
He could also just go through the open door.
what
That's
what
no
if
fun.
got a question? Got a question. What if those blue flashes is somebody else trying to like they've been captured by Burgomaster and is up there in the attic. What if that's the case?
Crowley?
That there's someone captured in the attic?
There could be.
Yeah, maybe.
What if it's
The
somebody
thing is-
sending out flashes of something to
The,
get somebody's attention?
the thing is, in the end, Crowley, you're the poor person to sneak in there, so, do you want
I
to go
thought you were
back?
coming with me with me again.
I mean, I can.
Fine, I'll just run in quick. So I'm just looking to find the attic and see if I can figure out who the hell's up there.
Yep, that's the plan.
If you get discovered for some reason, how will we know? Do you have anything you can do to let us know?
Jump out the window?
I mean, that okay. Once you
That
jump, we'll
has
have
the
to.
potential to go wrong.
What if you do jump? We're gonna have to get you up your feet, book it.
I don't know.
You know what I can come with? I can come with again, and
It would probably be easier because you can do illusions and stuff, and I can't, which would probably help us out a bit.
yeah.
Oh,
And guys, remember, if you hear a loud bang and see stuff flying off the roof, that means we need help.
Throw the gnome in. Okay, got it.
God. Hey, wait a second.
What?
Gwen. Me and you need to talk
I
about
don't say
trying
anything.
to cross me. You two head on out. I'm gonna sit
Okay.
here and give Gwen a lecture.
Try me, punk.
Why is Sonic in the attic? Who's somebody
Who
wrote
would do
Sonic in the attic with a chili dog?
Oh,
Sonic, what are you doing in the attic?
How did that get there?
That's actually where they were filming the new Sonic 2 trailer.
That's what I was thinking.
He's fighting Knuckles up there. Okay, so you guys, Thrixora and Crowley are going in.
Yep.
Back at it again with the white vans.
Just
You might
Oh,
manage.
here we go again. Okay. Your group, you sneak up to the back side of the building. Peering around, it seems... I won't make you roll a stealth check for this one. It seems like the guard is still unconscious, lying in the bushes. They are out cold.
Alright. The doors are still unlocked and everything, so we can just go up through.
We still have the keys.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm sorry.
shit. Hmm.
Alright. Let's get on up there and see what we can find.
All right. You
So
quietly
anyway, Gwen.
enter the house. Now I am going to have you roll a stealth check once you're inside the house, as you're sneaking around, trying not to wake up sleeping men with giant demonic arms.
So anyway, Gwen, tossing a person through a window usually makes a lot of noise. And if we're trying to leave building in a good
12.
way, we don't want to
17.
make a lot of noise.
Oh wow, she got the 17.
I can't hear you. You're too short.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
You're too tall.
You group, you two, Thrixora and Crowley. You're staying pretty silent. At least you are pretty sure that you're very quiet. Nothing seems to jump out or make any noises as you're walking around.
Okay, let's check these doors here. She points at these 3 doors in this small corridor.
Okay. Which doors are you checking? The one immediately
This
to your
one?
left?
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen in first, see if I hear anything.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Alright. On. Perception.
Perception.
17.
17. You put your ear to the door and listen. Very briefly, you hear a loud snoring noise coming from your east. You assume that to be Ezek, but other than that, doesn't seem to be any sounds of anything living, at least in the room to your left.
Alright. Then I'm gonna try the key. See if we can get in there.
You try the key, and you unlock an already unlocked door.
Oh. Okay. Well then.
You turn the handle and open it to reveal what is a very simple bathroom. An iron tub with these clawed feet, very nice looking porcelain, neatly folded towels. It looks like it's been very well kept. But there isn't a whole lot to note immediately about this bathroom. It is literally just a tub and a drawer with some towels on top.
Okay. It's just a bathroom. Let's check out the next door.
Okay. You listening in on this one?
Yeah.
Roll perception again.
Mm-hmm. 10.
10. You put your ear up to the door. Listen. No noise or activity as far as you can tell.
Alright. Is it unlocked?
You try the handle. Seems to open easily enough.
Alright. I'm gonna open it up slowly and look inside.
Okay. You slowly open the door, trying not to make any noise. The door kind of for a second, and you freeze for a moment.
Fuck.
Do you want to keep trying to open this very squeaky door?
Yes.
Okay. You open it up, listen, wait for a moment. Nobody was immediately alerted.
Is the snoring still loud?
From Ezek, you can't really hear it from here. The farther you go into this hallway, it kind of mutes any of the sound of Ezek snoring from the other side of the top floor here.
Alrighty.
You open up the door to reveal something, but if Roll20 would work and let me actually reveal it, that would be super cool. You reveal what hits you first about this room is a very strong smell of powder and very fine perfume. Just this all sorts of scents and chemicals just smack you right in the face as soon as you enter, and you kind of have to shake your head for a second, and it's almost like stunning how much scents are coming from this room itself. To the southern side of the room, a vanity with a mirror stands against one wall next to a faceless wooden mannequin wearing this very brilliantly white bridal gown. Very pretty looking, very expensive looking. Mounted on another wall is a full-length mirror, you see, with this gilded frame, sort of very opulent. This gilded golden frame surrounding this beautiful mirror. And then you see a door in the far corner leading to what you assume might be some sort of lavatory, or the technical term, a garderobe, a medieval toilet, and another door to an unknown location directly to the north as you enter.
Alright, I'll relay that information to Thixora.
I mean, Thuxora is standing right behind Crowley. She probably just peeks into the door as well.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go in for a closer look? It just looks like a powder room.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. You enter the room, look around. It is very dark in here. What are you using for a light source, by the way?
Probably a glowing stone.
Okay, so you just picked up a rock and are making it glow and kind of waving the rock around.
Yeah.
Okay.
There sadly weren't any scouts around, so
You enter this room and look around. Are you looking for anything in specific? To the north wall, there's the large, very fancy gilded mirror, full length, and then to the south is a vanity desk and the mannequin with the gown.
Does the vanity have drawers?
The vanity does have drawers, yes.
Alright. Crowley's gonna start sifting through it.
You search the vanity. Roll an investigation check as you try and you open up the drawers, and it's a kind of a clutter of like various rags and perfumes and all sorts of beautification devices, trimmers of all sorts and things like that, wigs.
6. Today's not my day.
Oh no. You try and search through this vanity, and you kind of push apart the various wigs and perfume bottles, and it very, very wafty scent coming from this vanity, and you kind of and the hair is like in a tangled mess, and you kind of just close it back up. You didn't find anything.
See anything anywhere, Thuxora?
Thuxara is gonna have a closer look at the mannequin
At the mannequin.
to
Okay.
see if she can spot anything out of the ordinary.
You actually roll an investigation check.
That is a 20.
20. You move up to the mannequin, inspect it, kind of give it a good examination, holding up your stone and looking at the. Are you interested in the dress or the wooden mannequin itself?
Both.
You kind of look at the mannequin. It doesn't seem to be very intricate or very detailed. There's nowhere near as level of detail as something like the dolls that various dolls you've collected at this point. It is blank face, kind of rough hewn, just cut out of whatever nearest tree happened to be available. The dress, however, very opulent. There's some very delicate trim. It looks like it's been the work of a very talented seamstress. It is slightly older, you assume, judging from the very, very faint smell of mildew coming from it. Other than that, not a whole lot peculiar about this particular dress. It's very nice, though.
Ooh, pretty. I think it would suit you great, Crowley.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Or maybe we should bring it for Gwyn when she gets married with the Wactor brothers.
Gwyn gets a weird sudden shudder down her spine. What? What was that? I don't feel good right now. Gotak, what? Did you get a shiver? Did you get a cold?
You guys keeping us
No.
watch outside. By the way, as you get the
Oh.
shutter, roll a perception check if you guys are keeping watch and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I gave them the dolls to hold too. I don't remember if I.
Shut up.
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah.
11.
Mine wasn't much better. 12.
11 and 12. You guys are. Where are you guys like standing behind some bushes or something? I assume, yeah. You were like far enough away.
I'm deep
if I
in my
remember right.
bush.
You are all over that bush. You are Gwyn the Bushmaster is watching out. You guys look around. The guard is still standing at attention. The raven that had been there earlier has flown away. You're not sure when it disappeared. But you notice no extra signs of anybody. The streets are very deathly quiet. No signs of people, no signs of life, activity. Even the guard standing at attention seems almost lifeless. He is just perfectly at attention, staring forward, kind of looking around every once in a while.
Did he pass out while standing up?
You can ask him.
I don't think I want to.
You do notice a very slight that mist that's been kind of creeping around the streets lately. It has begun to pick up a little bit, and it kind of swirls at your feet for a moment as you step. Maybe only like an inch of it, but other than that, nothing strange.
I just had a very evil idea. We could take the wedding dress
No.
and put it on the guard that we knocked out.
I like how Gwyn was immediately like, no. As soon as you mentioned the wedding dress. No. Whatever your plans are. No.
Do the windows in the. Are there windows in that room?
There are no windows. There seems to be like some sort of indent where you assume the chimney chute is for the fireplace downstairs. Nope. It's strangely immaculately clean. No like towels or anything like that. You assume it's all in the connecting bathroom. Just the mirror, the vanity, the mannequin, and 2 doors to your north.
Damn it! I was gonna take the dress and toss it out the window.
No.
Why not?
Well, Crowdy,
You can never know when you
It's-
could use a nice dress.
let's check these doors here.
Alrighty.
All right, you open the northwest door to discover what you assumed would probably be there, a toilet. The latrine, it is not pleasant smelling. It is very, it does seem like it's cleaned regularly, but still not a pleasant place to be. There's it's a very heavy door too, meant to be heavily block out any of the scents coming from there. And you think maybe that's why there's a lot of perfume smells coming from this room, to perhaps cover up the scent of the latrine nearby.
Interesting name, latrine. Yeah, used to be shithouse.
Oh
On
god.
my boat, it's called a shit house.
Here's the next evil plan. We could take the mannequin and stuff it into the latrine.
Head first. Yes, Crowley's doing that.
You can inspect the latrine. Maybe there's treasure at the bottom of the toilet.
God.
No,
Not
Crowley's
the
taking the
spittoon.
mannequin and putting it into.
No, bad waffles.
Bad schmoodle.
No, I'm taking the mannequin and I'm putting it in the latrine head first.
No.
Hi, Rose. How's it going?
Is
Listen,
it
we're
bad that I
not-
was seriously thinking about stealing the wedding dress just for shits and giggles.
No, because I was
It's
thinking of
pretty
doing the same
nice.
thing.
It'd probably sell for a lot.
Okay, let's take off the wedding dress of the mannequin and then put the mannequin into the latrine
Okay.
first.
Okay.
That works.
Are you taking the dress off the mannequin?
Okay. Have fun with that, guys.
I mean, you already freed his prisoner. He's gonna be super upset either way.
Yep.
Yep. Might as well make him as accepted as he's gonna be.
Was there? I know I didn't find anything special in that drawer, but was there lipstick?
There was, yes, a like this dark rouge kind of pigment you assume would be used for makeup or lipstick.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna take the dress off the mannequin.
Okay. Are you guys being quiet about it?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I'm gonna have you guys roll another stealth check because your last stealth check was a while ago. So as you're kind of searching this room, and trying to keep
19.
quiet- Nice.
13 for me.
Okay. Okay. You guys very quietly peel the dress off of this mannequin and disrobe it. Poor mannequin. It doesn't have any like legs or anything like that. It's essentially just a wooden headed doll on a stick. You have successfully taken the wedding dress off of the poor mannequin. It doesn't take you very long, and you don't hear any sounds of anybody stirring awake or anything like that.
Okay. Crowley's gonna take the mannequin and put it head first in the latrine.
Okay. You quietly take the large wooden mannequin from nearby the vanity, kind of sneak over towards the latrine, flip it upside down, and very carefully, this might actually take both your hands. Are you going to help him?
Yep.
Okay. You guys holding your face away from the latrine as far as possible to avoid the stench, you stick the mannequin head first into the toilet. It essentially it looks like somebody pooped out a mannequin when they were on the toilet. It's a beautiful work of art. This could be some kind of avant-garde art you could sell somewhere probably. Smell and all. Yeah, you guys have a mannequin and a toilet and a new wedding dress. Congratulations.
We're slowly gonna close the door again.
Okay, you close the
And then
door.
Crowley's gonna grab that lipstick from the drawer.
Okay,
And there's a giant ass mirror, right?
there is.
Oh no.
He's
Oh,
just
here we go
gonna take
again.
the lipstick
The
and
third
right on
time.
there.
Are you guys still listening for people and things like that too? I should probably
Yeah.
you
Yeah, of
guys should
course.
probably roll another perception check.
This is just shit Crowley used to
16.
do.
16?
Yep.
Fuck, 7.
7. Okay, Crowley, you are just going ham on that mirror, just smearing lipstick on
Writing.
it.
No. I was gonna write eat shit.
Okay.
Eat shit and die. That's what I'm writing.
On this mirror, you're scribbling. This very large, very opulent, pretty beautiful mirror. Like, it's like it's been polished every single day. It is very, very pretty. And now it is covered in the word smeared with lipstick. Eat shit and die.
What happened here?
Thrixora,
I just been muted.
with your 16, you're kind of listening, paying attention, looking around. You notice something odd about the mirror. Very pretty, very opulent. But the carvings and decorations on the outsides of them, there's something strange about them. They look a little bit like runes.
Crowley,
Yes.
something might be up with this mirror.
Well, I'm done, so we can go.
Well, there definitely is something up with the mirror. It says eat shit and die. With a mannequin head in the toilet not too far. You guys, the Burgomaster is gonna be pissed.
This is. I'd like to imagine Crowley's crew used to just do shit like this when they'd won the village.
Typical pirate stuff.
Okay. What's going on with the mirror? I'm sorry.
When did Muttley get here?
It's he's just gonna wake up in the morning and be like, "What the?" He has no idea. Yeah, I mean, he still doesn't know it's you guys either. Like he met you the
No.
one time, and that's it. Isaac.
So,
For all he knows, the prisoner got out and he just escaped on his own and wrote "Eat Shit and Die" before he vamoosed out of the mansion.
okay,
Can-
so
Can I add, since something's with the mirror anyway, can I add, like, right at the end of that sentence,
shush.
a
Let
heart?
me identify the mirror.
Can I deface it
Hold on.
even more? You can write a heart.
Hold on. No, I want to put a heart.
Okay.
Saint Andrew. Isn't that this?
That might point towards
Just
us,
signed
though.
Saint Andrew himself.
That might point towards us, though.
Fine then. Love Strahd. There we go.
Love Strahd.
Okay. Go ahead. You can identify.
Identify the mirror.
Are you casting Identify on it?
Yes.
Okay. Are you using your ritual version, or are you using the instant Identify with your spell slot?
Let me actually see how my spell slots look. I think considering that we're in a rather tense environment, I'm just gonna use the instant cast.
Okay. All right. You you hold your hands up to the now lipstick-covered mirror. You put your hand right in the middle of the heart that Crowley drew, and a faint shimmer glows from your hand for a moment, and very briefly you see the runes kind of the strange little inscriptions on the side of the mirror just briefly light up as you cast this Identify spell. There is definitely indeed something strange about this mirror. There is some kind of essence in this mirror, and you're trying to, as you try and think about it, you feel the essence of some kind of binding spell, something binding a spirit to this mirror in some way, shape, or form. And casting Identify on this, you uncover some of the meaning behind some of these runes. They're words. It is a poem of sorts, some kind of chant, or perhaps some way to activate the mirror. It reads, "Magic mirror on the wall, summon forth your shade. Night's dark vengeance, heed my call. and wield your murderous blade. I'll show this to you guys really quick.
Question, is the mirror in any shape, way, or form that we can carry it out?
It is a very large, very heavy mirror. You can attempt it, but it is attached to the wall and would probably make a bit of noise.
Why? What are you
Hey, Plasma.
thinking?
So, here's my out of character train of thought. The burgomaster has a guy with very unnatural looking demon arm around, and this mirror seems to bind some form of demonic presence thingy, I would assume. At least the poem indicates that. So
Plasma
this
likes
might
the poem.
actually be this might actually be the artifact that gives him his demon arm powers. The
Possibly.
question is just, can we use it to take away his demon arm powers in some way, shape, or form? And
Possibly.
what happens if we break it? Does his arm just go away, or will we have a demon going rampant in the house?
Yeah, if you break it, the demon might completely take control of the guy. We don't know what's gonna happen.
I mean, I'm obviously all for vandalism, so.
How? I can't suggest anything because I'm not there.
You get a shiver down your spine, Botak.
Does
Oh, no,
the
something bad's about to
identifier
happen.
give Zora any idea how this mirror actively works? Or is it just the understanding of the poem?
You can roll. I'll let you roll an Arcana check with a pretty high DC.
Yeah, the reason why I'm asking is because the description of identify specifically says if it's a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has.
This one is. There's something very different about the magic with this mirror. You're not sure if it's the strange way that Barovia interferes with magic and the. You've noticed a lot of magic here in Barovia doesn't exactly work the exact same way it usually does. There's some sort of kind of, and you've noticed this for a while, Thurxora, and it's kind of been in the back of your mind a little bit. There's been some sort of strange, almost like interference in the way the normal web of magic and the threads of magic interweave their way here in Barovia, as opposed to the rest of the world. You're not sure if it's somebody affecting you personally or if it's just this place. But either way, you can't get a full read of what this mirror is actually doing. Maybe it's something to do with the mirror itself. There's some kind of enchantment on it that stops you from detecting all the information about it. Or if it's just magic being weird again in Barovia. But you can roll an Arcana
Next
check to
question.
see if you can decipher something out of these ruins and see if you
Sure.
can find out more about this mirror.
Ruins always. That's a plus 4, 21.
21. Okay.
Yep. 17 plus 4.
You kind of look over the runes and read them. It does look similar to some things you've seen in the past. Something about them is very similar to summoning magic, the way you would summon a creature from another plane of existence.
Mhm.
And you would assume, combining that with the activation chant, that it summons something to do your bidding in some way, shape, or form.
Mhm.
And that's what you get essentially from what you can read from the runes. You're not sure as to exactly what. It could be a lot of things. Summoning stuff is very dangerous.
So here's the next question. The runes are engraved into the rim of the mirror, right?
Yes.
What material is the rim of the mirror made of?
Looks like very, very nice gold.
Very nice gold. Okay, that is actually good. Hmm. So would Thuxora have a basic understanding on how these summoning things would work? Specifically, the idea is to potentially alter the runes. To potentially fuck with the summoning spell thingy.
I will say you can do another Arcana check with a very high DC to try and do something, considering you're not a conjuration expert or anything like that. Okay, Plasma, you have a good one. Or are you playing some GTA RP? Nice.
Well, I'm probably not gonna pass that because it's a 9.
Unfortunately, you aren't very. You know that this is some kind of conjuration spell of some sort, but exactly the intricacies of it, you're not entirely sure. You do know if you fuck with the runes, you probably just ruin the mirror in general and stop it from being useful in any way, shape, or form. But other than that, how you would edit the runes to manipulate it to your own designs would be very difficult and would definitely take some book knowledge and a long time to study it.
Okay. What
We
I'm
have a
gonna do
library.
instead then is I'm just gonna do stupid and naive Thuxora things, stand in front of the mirror and say the rhyme. Magic
Okay.
mirror on the wall, summon forth your shade. Night's dark vengeance, heed my call, and wield your murderous blade.
Carly, you watch as Thuxora mutters these words in front of the mirror, kind of staring into it at the eat shit and die and the heart that are on it. As you begin this chant, runes suddenly, the runes begin to glow, and the farther you continue on in this chant, the more the runes seem to complete around the edge of the mirror. And as you finish this statement, in a instant, in a flash behind you, Thuxora, you stare into the mirror, and you can see standing behind you this dark, shadowy looking figure. This strange, almost very similar to the way you had seen the shadowy figures in the mansion that you had originally entered when you entered Barovia. Just the very faint outline of a human or humanoid shape, long flowing cloak, mist crawling out of the bottom of its feet. It stands there, watching you. Crowley, you don't see anything.
Of course.
It's just Thuxora chanted this into the mirror, the runes glowed, and then she's just looking at it. And what do you do, Therxora?
Therxora is gonna try to communicate with this figure.
Okay.
Well, no. First of all, she's gonna see if it seems to be evil, or if if it's hostile. I think that's the better word. If it's actively trying to kill me.
Okay. How are you doing that? What are you doing exactly?
I'm gonna observe it for about 5 seconds and see if it attacks me.
Okay. Are you observing in the mirror or are you turning around?
I think I'm just gonna be observing it in the mirror.
Okay. You wait for a few minutes. Crowley, you watch as Therxora just stands there staring at the mirror. Nothing. It just seems to stand there, staring at you from back within the mirror.
Menacingly.
Man, it's just standing there, menacingly!
Hello.
It doesn't seem to respond.
Therxora is going to slowly turn around to see if she can see the figure in real or outside of the mirror as well.
You turn around, look behind you. There's nothing there.
She turns back to the mirror and sees if the figure is still there.
It's there in the mirror, standing just behind you, just a few footsteps away. Just watching, staring, waiting.
Can you see?
Quiz hours.
Can you hear me?
Hi, Immortal. Sorry, give me a second. And thank you for the host, Entertain. You can't tell if it's responding to your statements. It kind of just stares, and as you move around, it moves its head ever so slightly to follow you.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
What's interesting?
Do you not see it?
My work of art? Yes.
Grelly, if you look into the mirror, you also see the shade.
Oh, I can see it if I look in the mirror?
If you stare in the mirror, if you're standing beside, like if you look over Therxora's shoulder,
Oh, okay.
you can't see it from like if you're just looking at Therxora from the side, just watching her look into this mirror.
Oh, okay. Oh, that. The fuck is that?
That's what I'm trying to find out here.
Crowley's gonna try and position himself to look like he's standing next to it. And put like bunny ears behind him.
God damn it.
Crowley, you try and position yourself, like looking at the mirror and kind of awkwardly trying to position yourself. You kind of like step into it for a moment and you feel this strange cold sensation. And you kind of immediately move away and raise some bunny ears behind its head. Your hand gets very cold. And in the mirror, Therxora, you see it kind of
I see it kind of.
turn its head, and then I don't know if you can see my face, but it turned its head towards Crowley and then back at you.
It just shakes its head. Stupid mortals.
If you can hear me, raise your hands.
Crowley raises his hand.
Very slowly, the strange
Can you tell I'm in a
shadow
mood today?
where you assume its hand would be. You see it lift up for a moment and then lower back down.
Yes, I can.
Crowley also raises his hand. Which one is the real spirit?
Tharxora basically gives Crowley an annoyed stare through the mirror. Just being like, or basically having this is not helpful.
Does that like
expression on his face.
Futurama Fry squinting his eyes gif?
Listen, I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
We are trying to hurt the burgomaster of this town. Can you help us with that? If so, raise your hand.
It doesn't raise its hand, but it kind of tilts its head slightly to the side. As if in like a questioning pose.
What was the name of the burgomaster again? I already forgot.
Vargas Vlakovic.
His name is Vargas Vlakovic.
You suddenly see the shade change from this weird, strange, shadowy figure into something with facial features, skin, as strange and ethereal as they might be. This very almost handsome, about 30-year-old man with long, flowing black hair and these very, very bloodshot eyes and a very expressionless face. Translucent almost, standing in place of the shade. Suddenly, as you speak a name, shifts over to this form. And you see it slowly draw this very, very intricate looking short sword with these opulent designs in its handle, very kind of a curved blade. Draws the sword. He holds it up to his head for a moment, kind of like obscuring his eyes. Lowers it again, out to his side, and then stares at you. But doesn't make any other movements other than that.
Do you not like him either?
He doesn't seem to respond to you, Crowley.
Aw. Is it because I ruined his mirror?
Probably.
He just like gives you the fry squinted eyes. You've ruined my mirror. You jerk.
Can you ask him? He doesn't seem to like me.
Do you not like him either?
He merely closes his eyes and then opens them again. Just doesn't seem any to be from what you can read. Well, roll an insight check. I'll have you roll an insight check and see if you can just get what he's trying to signify just from his very muted gestures.
23.
19.
23 and a 19 from Crowley. You don't sense any immediate hostility towards the Burgomaster, just this determination and this, it seems from now that he's shifted from that shade form into something with an actual expression and a face, despite being translucent as it is, you get this sort of feeling that this is a creature bound to a duty of some sort, and that's its entire purpose.
He has you trapped here, doesn't he?
Again, he doesn't respond, Crowley.
Thuxar is gonna ask him, what is your purpose?
He sits up straight, kind of makes this throat-slitting gesture very slowly, and lowers his hand and his blade again.
And Thuxar basically looks over to Crowley and is like, it seems like we are having some sort of assassination demon thing? Question mark? Now the question is, should we use him?
I don't want to just use him if he's being kept here against his will. That's not okay.
Are you kept here against your will?
He raises his head slightly, and there's a bit of a pause before he shakes his head back and forth very slightly.
Well, doesn't look like he's actually trapped here.
So he's here because he wants to be, or he just exists to be here?
He might just exist to be here. And well, this is basically or this mirror is basically a summoning tool, so he might not even be bound to this place. It's well, these entities, they sometimes exist everywhere and anywhere until they are called to a place, and I assume that this mirror is merely a tool to get in contact with him.
That's gotta suck.
You do notice, having, now that he's shifted forms, you can see a little bit more about his clothes and things like that. He's wearing like this, despite the black visage that he had before, he's wearing a almost brilliantly white cloak and robe, and in the middle, the pin holding the cloak together is a very familiar looking symbol. It is that of a black skull, very similar to the one you had seen on the man you had discovered a long time ago, the one you had just seen outside of the mansion when you first entered Barovia, the one that spoke in rhymes and riddles. He had these this black skull tattooed on his hands, very similar looking. But
Crowley, I think we need to make a decision here.
Okay.
Do we send him after the Burgomaster, or do we not?
sorry, give me 1 second before you guys make a decision. I'm sorry, I can't do a waffle flex at the moment because I'm doing D&D. I don't actually know why I have that enabled while I'm doing D&D. I'm super sorry. I can refund your points and I'll do like a really quick flex for you, just like. Okay, there you go. But I'm sorry, I can't do like a full-on flexing mode while I'm in the middle of D&D because it might interrupt things just a slight little bit and ruin the tone of the story. But
Suddenly, the figure in the mirror starts flexing.
yeah, the man in the mirror just starts like you ask him, "What do you do?" And he just goes. I hope you're having a good one, Vetness. I'll refund your points though. Thank you, thank you for redeeming the waffle flakes.
I forgot where we were. Fuck.
You asked Crowley,
If we should
yeah.
kill,
the Burgomaster. Yes.
I don't know. Doesn't using stuff like this tend to come with a cost?
True. Very, very true.
Listen, I'm a pirate. Paying for things is not my favorite thing.
Fair point.
God, I wish Crowley could actually ask him questions. He wants to know more about him.
Choices. I mean, in the end, it's more shit on the Burgomaster that we have here already.
How big is it? Like, how heavy is this mirror? You said we could carry it. It's just difficult to get off the thing.
And we would probably wake up half the house.
Oh yeah, that's why we book it. It's dark.
You're carrying a giant mirror. Question. Now that Thurxora knows the incantations and the runes, would she potentially be able to recreate the summoning ritual somewhere else?
You could attempt it, but again, not being a conjuration expert, it would be very difficult. There
Well, that's
is
what Niflops are for.
intricacies. There's intricacies to these runes that are not immediately apparent as all magic. It takes a specific.
I want to take the mirror.
It's not a simple matter of just carving the designs into an object and suddenly it's magical. If you could do that, then everything would be magical. There's way to tether magic to the object, but you would have to be an expert in the craft and in enchanting objects in general.
I want to just take the mirror.
No, we're
And
not
run.
just gonna take the mirror.
Can Crowley carry it by himself?
It would be very difficult. It would be pretty rough to carry that. It's a very big. When I said full length mirror, I meant like huge. It is a very big mirror.
Would you like to rent a bush?
I was just gonna say, where's Gwen when we need her? Could Gwen carry it by herself?
Probably, maybe. It depends on how she rolled for strength.
Let me do that one sec.
Guys.
Chaos. Let chaos reign.
This is what D&D is all about, guys. Do we
Oh,
take
I
the
rolled a
murder
one.
ghost with us?
I rolled 11.
You rolled
Shit.
11? Botak, you
Damn
just
it.
see out of nowhere, like, Gwen starts flexing for some strange reason, and you're not entirely sure why.
Mm. Yeah. Bush power. Mm.
You stretching there for some reason there, Gwen?
No, I'm just having a seizure, sorry.
Okay, we're gonna have to get you to a doctor to get that checked out. Then.
Don't worry, it
God, I
happens
love
sometimes.
D&D.
Don't worry.
I just want to take the mirror, because then we could keep him.
Take the mirror with the eat shit and die lipstick on it.
I mean, I'd wash it off.
Summons a
for him.
murder spirit from the 5th dimension. Love it.
Considering that we don't want to kill the Burgomaster right now, and that
Right now.
taking off the mirror would probably be a rather long procedure, and that we still need to find more shit on the Burgomaster.
And we can go explore and come back for the mirror.
Yeah, the Xora basically looks at him being like, if we need your services in the future, how can we reach out to you?
He simply just waves his hand more forward in like a motioning gesture, just gesturing at the mirror in general.
Like, duh.
Okay, well, your services are currently not required.
Immediately, he just vanishes from existence.
Aw. You.
Crowley, we can try to get our hands on this mirror, but for now, I would say let's focus on the task at hand.
Okay.
Just think about it like this. If we find enough shit on the mayor for him to be kicked out of here, we can just walk in, take the mirror, nobody will care.
True. All right.
Okay. I actually have an idea
Crowley-
because I just remembered something that we completely forgot to do earlier.
What?
There was a desk
Disc.
in the reading
There's a
room
whole library.
Oh yeah.
in the library.
Before we leave, Crowley's
Oh,
just
we're
gonna
finding
clean off the
books.
lipstick. Crowley's gonna clean off the lipstick now since the dude lives in it in the mirror. And he feels bad.
You're gonna clean off the lipstick now? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
he
You,
feels bad.
you take one of the rags from the nearby vanity, kind of tried to do your best to clean it off without like access to water. You try your best, but it's kind of just smears around the lipstick a little bit.
Spit.
You spit on it. It gets it off more. Roll a cleaning check. Roll a strength check just to see how well you polish that mirror, that badass mirror. Let's go.
Polish what?
Okay.
Polish the mirror, Tama. The mirror.
I heard it too. I heard it too, Tama. I heard it too.
11.
You kind of smear it around a bit. You spit on it, smears it a little bit more. Yes, you can kind of see the mirror in the spot where the lipstick once was. You can't read it anymore. It just says, and
Okay.
there's
Crowley's
still like
gonna
a faint
accept
little
defeat.
heart.
I'll leave the heart.
Okay.
Could you add an uwu
Meanwhile-
onto that?
Meanwhile, Xora is gonna check this door.
Okay. It has been a while. Roll stealth checks as you guys attempt to open another door into the building.
16.
16?
14.
16 and 14.
Somebody bust open the door and be like, "Stop that man!"
You open the door to reveal, if I can actually figure out how to roll 20. Well, let me get this mirror rhyme out of here. It's in my face. You open the door.
Don't you usually just roll the dice and hopefully it gets a 20?
There we go. Oh, speaking of which, actually, we'll take care of it. I'm gonna have you guys roll another perception check outside in a second here.
Nope.
No, I want.
Nope.
I didn't do it, I swear.
You open
To
the
see if the
door.
dolls came to life on them.
Yeah, you guys have the dolls, by the way. Just letting you know. you guys open the door, or Thurxora, you open the door to reveal what looks to be like a bedroom of a very important certain individual. You see, it's a very. It seems like time has kind of had its way with the grandeur of this master bedroom. It is the wood has kind of stained a little bit. The curtains look old, and you see a bed with this canopy over it. This faded canopy that looks kind of old and moth-eaten a little bit. There's some furnishings. There's a drawer to the east, a large sitting chair to the northwest. And in the bed, you hear the sound of a... You kind of... As you open the door suddenly goes... As it reaches the final parts of the hinge. And from the bed, you hear... Who is there? What do you guys do?
It's dark in there, right?
It is dark. It is very dark. Minus the fact that there is a stone glowing the area.
First of all, Thurxora is gonna duck behind the door. And then she's gonna do a little bit of spooky stuff, because what she's gonna do, she's still holding onto that wedding dress,
Okay.
and she will basically mage hand this wedding dress into the room so that there's this floating backlit wedding dress
Okay.
hovering through the burgomaster's
Right.
bedroom.
Okay.
At the same time, she signals Crowley to get ready to basically, once he's distracted with the wedding dress, rush in there and hopefully knock him out.
Okay. All right.
Or to pull off. Actually, that might be. Ooh, maybe that's an even better idea. She's basically signaling Crowley to hold himself at the ready.
Okay.
Um,
So you're holding up this wedding dress, and there's a
for now, this wedding dress is just slowly
with a glow
floating
behind
in
it.
the room.
You
She's making sure to shake it a little bit to make it seem as if there was wind rushing through it.
okay? You see the light. Assuming you're ducked behind, out of the way where you can't see anymore. You suddenly see an orange glow and the sound of a creaky brass of somebody turning on a lantern. Who is there? And there's silence. Who are you? Are you a spirit? What do you want, spirit?
She makes the dress shake a little bit from the left to the right.
Roll a deception check, please. Actually, perform. This calls for a performance check.
Okay. Performance check. Let me check my performance modifier. Performance. That is +3. That means it is a 23 because I just got a net 20 on that roll.
Oh, you were so lucky because his insight was ridiculously high. Ooh, that is literally exactly as much as you needed. I kid you not. That is exactly as much as you needed.
Oh Note to self: skill more performance in future.
You shake this around in this like very, I mean, you were just talking with a spirit, so you have kind of spirit movements down a little bit, and you try your best to make it look like there's something inhabiting this bridal gown, and you shake it around a little bit. There's another pause. Who are you? What are you?
She makes it float around in a circle.
Do you serve Strahd?
She makes it rush very close to him. Make it stop like 5 feet in front of him in the air.
Okay.
Basically intimidatingly hovering over him.
And then just slaps him.
Whatever demon you are, I will have you know that I am not to be trifled with. Return to your master at once, or face the consequences.
She basically makes it fly back a little bit and makes the dress do another circle in the air. Just as if it was not sure what the burgomaster even wanted from it.
Psst, can
Okay.
you make the dress fart and the pour?
Did you say make the dress fart?
And the pour.
And when comes the part when you guys get out of there?
Yeah.
Lydia, wake up. You hear the noise of someone else stirring awake. What is it, dear? We have a visitor. Quick. Bring me my things. Dear, it is getting late. I don't... Oh my goodness, what is that? You
And
kind of hear
she
like
makes
the bed
dress just
rustling and a
wiggle
shuffling
from the-
noise. You hear the noise of shuffling of feet and like this a very slight panic, and then drawers opening and kind of like quickly slamming open, and the sound of a blade of some sort being unsheathed. This is your last chance, demon. Return to your master, the Devil Strahd, or there will be consequences. At this moment, you hear the sound of a growling noise. It sounds like a canine of some sort. It begins barking.
At this point, Thurxara is gonna walk through the doorway. She's basically gonna walk into the room, snip her fingers, let the dress drop to the floor, and being like, "Well, it is good to know that you're not on his side."
Okay. Crowley, what are you doing? Crowley? Crowley?
Sorry,
Okay.
I was trying to mute. He's confused as fuck right now.
Yeah, well, he's not the only one.
Improv.
All right,
Improvise.
Crowley's gonna walk out too, I guess.
Okay, you're gonna follow Thurxora,
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
assuming Thurxora has a plan. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
Thuxor actually has a plan, and this plan is actually talk it out with the man whose night sleep we just disturbed.
Okay. You walk into the room to see Vargas, Baron Vargas, with his strange, very long-haired comb-over, in a very basic nightgown, holding a short sword out in your direction, where the dress once was. You also see, also in a nightgown, very much nicer and like very poofy frills on it and things like that. This older woman, about the Baron's age, her hair kind of tied up, even during her sleep. It's in this very large, almost like the beehive, the beehive hair, very very done up, long gaunt features. And you also notice a very large hound, very muscular looking, kind of definitely one that is built for messing somebody up if they get into a scrap. It is a very mean looking dog. Bits of its fur is kind of missing. It's very scrappy looking. All black, totally black coat, just growling at you.
Puppy. Crowley's gonna take something out of his rations and like kind of kneel down to the dog's level and offer it to the dog.
The dog continues to growl at you. It doesn't seem to be entirely swayed by the rations. You could roll a persuasion check for the dog. Roll dog
Actually-
persuasion.
Actually, I have a better idea.
Okay.
Anyone know?
Oh, I'm looking at. Where the fuck did it go? I just had it. Oh, animal friendship. I'm gonna
Animal
cast
friendship.
animal
Oh,
friendship.
you're gonna cast animal friendship?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the components for that? And how long it takes to cast?
Convince a beast you mean it no harm. Choose a beast within range. If its intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails.
Okay.
They must succeed in a wisdom saving throw, or it'll be charmed by me.
Okay. So it has to succeed in a wisdom saving throw. Okay. Hold on. Let me just make sure. Is it okay? It's verbal, somatic, and okay. Got you.
Needs a bit of
Okay.
food.
So you hear Crowley, wait, is this the animal friendship given to you by that's right, it's given to you by the tattoo.
Yeah.
That's correct. You don't need to do any of that then. Okay. Yeah, you suddenly see Crowley's tattoo on his body glow very briefly as he looks towards this dog. And the dog's gonna roll a wisdom saving throw. Dog roll. He's got really bad wisdom, so what's the DC?
13 is the DC on Crowley's animal friendship.
Yeah, he fails. So you suddenly see the dog stop growling and tilt his head to the side and walk up to Crowley and begin eating the treat from his hand.
Apologies for them. Meanwhile, Thuxor is standing there basically slightly bowing, being like, apologies for intruding at this late hour.
Who are you?
We're
And why are
just
you in
some-
my house?
We're just some travelers who want to talk.
You want to talk in the middle of the night, waving around My wife's wedding dress?
Well, to be completely fair, we needed to improvise another. When we were passing by your house earlier, we saw somebody escaped from the back door of your manor. He seemed to have knocked out the guard,
Somebody
Um,
escaped.
but she seemed to be doing fine, and we assumed it was one of Strahd's minions.
Roll a deception check. Versus his insight.
It is a 22.
Nice. He's I knew it. Always fiddling about with those dolls and preoccupied. Probably didn't lock up the prisoner well again.
Yeah, what is with those things anyway?
You hear him like mumbling to himself. Are you asking in response to him talking about the dolls?
Yeah.
And how do you know about those?
We saw them earlier. We
were
decided to
looking
check
through.
out the place, and we found his room.
He's a heavy sleeper.
I see. I remember you lot. You're the new visitors who have just come recently to town.
That is
Tell me.
correct.
What were you doing walking around in the middle of the night as my house guest escaped? I'm sorry, left of his own free will.
You remember what we asked you about earlier? Vasily von Holt.
Yes, I do. The name briefly comes to mind.
Well, we're still trying to get in contact with said individual. And it took a little bit longer.
I see. And you thought it would be pertinent to seek this information out as the moon is at its zenith
Well,
in the dark.
we kind of just lost track of time.
Thuxora just looks at Crowley being like, or with this, who are you trying to kid? View on her face. Well, we had a few informants that did not want to talk to us on the open roads, and I'm not gonna lie, we were observing your place because you seem to be the only person in this town who can even, or who even knew about the existence of this individual.
He sheathes his sword into a sheath that he's not like wearing it currently. He kind of just puts it back on his desk, though he keeps it very close by and ready to use if he needs it again. I don't know anything about a Vasily von Holtz, and trust me, I know everyone there is to know in Vallaki. It is someone trying to deceive you into taking foolish actions in the middle of the night.
And who might that be?
Well, I have my money on a few people.
Take a guess. Maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong.
We did not get a chance to talk much earlier as we spoke in the square. Tell me, what are your thoughts on the devil,
Well, How would you think about a person that lures you into a land where the sun does not shine and traps you there, trying to torture you in every possible way?
He's an asshole.
Yes, that is a very polite way of putting it.
Oh, I can go on.
However, your actions are not entirely trustworthy, I should say. Why should I believe you are not allied with him?
You want to ask him?
Do you actually ask your pelt traders what we brought them? We brought them the pelts of multiple direwolves. These things were sent after us by him.
Because
I
he's a
see.
dick.
You mean the hunters?
Yes. Ask them. They will confirm to you that we sold them the pelts.
Well, while that is certainly something, it is not entirely proof. Tell me, where did this individual that was escaping head to? If you don't mind me asking.
One of our comrades followed it a little bit, headed towards the center of the town. But we lost it because we are sadly not very familiar with the terrain here.
I see. I will say this. Because you are new here, I will give you the benefit of the doubt. The rules to this town. You see, no one is supposed to be out after dark. It is strictly forbidden.
Why?
Because that's when people are up to no good. He kind of briefly looks between you two.
And, you know, I can understand that you can't really trust us. I think trust is the thing that has to originate from both sides, so I think we should give you this trust first. The thing that we are up to is indeed no good. We are up, in fact, to kill somebody.
Oh, and who's that?
No one else than the devil himself.
You jest, surely. However,
Believe me, if it was you, you would not be breathing anymore. She basically makes a gesture towards the position where the mirror stands, being like, we found your little toy.
you can see him instantly furrow his brow. Such things are not to be trifled with. You can see him like struggling to maintain the smile that has been persistent on his face throughout most of this conversation. He seems very intent on remaining somewhat remaining this facade of calmness. And did you do anything with the mirror?
We had a little chat with the entity it summons, but we did not send it after anyone.
That is good. Such things are not to be trifled with.
I'm very aware of that.
Now, you seem to have very intricate details about the inner workings of my house. You knew about Isaac's dolls, and you knew about the mirror. Now I ask you again, what were you doing here?
We were efforts help in a way in our task to finding what I assume you know we're looking for.
This Vasily von Holtz. And he has the access to these bones that you seek. He thinks for a moment to himself. There are two possibilities. One, this Vasily von Holtz does not exist, and it was a lie told to you by whoever said that he did. Two, this was a disguise by someone else, someone intending to deceive you. I can think of no other than that wretch, Fiona Wachter. Seems like one of her schemes. Have you had the chance to meet her?
We have had the chance indeed. Her sons were nice enough to introduce us to her.
I see. And I'm sure she had very pleasant things to say about me.
Not really, no.
You can kind of see him thinking, pondering to himself for a few moments. This is neither the place nor the time to speak of such things. I will forgive your trespasses and your transgressions if you leave my house immediately. And we
Let
can
us know
speak.
when you expect
tomorrow.
us back.
You can meet me at my mansion tomorrow, one day before the festival is to take place. I have questions for you.
And we have questions for you. Maybe we can make this a mutually beneficial conversation then.
Perhaps. Either way, as of the moment, despite you placating my hound, you are disrupting an otherwise nice night's sleep. You have frightened my wife, intruded upon my home, trifled in things you should not be trifling with, and interrupted the sanctity of my home. So, if you would please make your way back to whatever domicile that you reside in, and continue to follow the tenets of the town of Valaki, and I will not see immediate action upon your persons.
While he was speaking, can I use my speak with animals? That's a mental communication, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's telepathy essentially. It is not spoken
Okay.
out loud.
Can I use that to
You
confirm with the dog if what he's saying is true, and if he's seen anyone with special bones that they were making a big deal about?
Let me check this specific dog's intelligence really quick, because the dog might not know anything.
But bones.
Yeah. You ask him, is he telling the truth? Like, what are you saying exactly? Like, what are you communicating to the dog?
Basically, is your dad telling us the truth, or is he hiding bones? Did you see any bones?
Master always tells the truth. Bones? Bones?
Yeah, Do you have any bones? Any
Bones.
special ones that
Oh.
that a special man brought?
I like to bury bones.
I like to bury bones too.
Do you have bones?
I don't. Does your father have any?
You see the dog, Thurxora, and the rest of you all just see the dog quickly turn to the burgomaster. Bones? And kind of just immediately just begins to walk up to the burgomaster and wag his tail happily. The burgomaster kind of looks at him for a moment. You are supposed to be threatening my intruders.
Nah, he's a good boy. If we
I
meant
see.
you harm, he'd know.
Well, he seems to have taken a liking to you, at least. And he has very good instincts, so I will trust you at this moment. But you must leave.
Well, we will do so then.
Yeah,
Let's
sorry
go,
about waking you up.
Yeah,
See you around.
Once
Also,
again,
someone wrote
apologies
something
about
on your
that.
mirror.
Yeah.
When we walked in, we saw it on there. But yeah, see you around.
And once again, apologies about the late intrusion. We just needed to confirm, into the whole spectacle with the dress, we just needed to confirm if you're in the league with Strahd or not, because we have heard mixed things about that.
I assure you, there is no one more opposed to Strahd's existence and chokehold on this land than I am. Now, remember the tenets of the town as you leave back to your domicile.
Yes.
All will be well. Remain happy, and you will keep the devil at bay. It is how my forefathers managed to keep this town strong in the face of adversity. Smile.
Well then,
Be
Crowley,
well.
let's go.
Alrighty.
Now
Crowley's
please
gonna
leave.
toss a little piece of ration to the dog again before he leaves.
The dog turns around immediately, just scarfs it up. Oh, thank you,
What
thank
was
you.
the dog's?
You just
What's your
hear
name,
him
puppy?
talking. Actually, I don't know his name. Hold on, give me a second. I gotta look up his dog's names. Give me a second, because I forget it. His dog's names. Where is it? Where is it? Bosk.
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 I'm Crowley.
More treats?
Next time we see you, we'll be here for dinner. I'll bring extra treats for you.
Oh, more treats. And you see him do like a circle and wag his tail.
Now go ahead and go lay down and be a good boy.
More treats. He does not lay down.
All right, we can leave.
He looks to his master, then back to you. Just seems excited in general. Okay, you guys turning and leaving?
Yeah.
Yep, we are basically gonna move into the shadows, and then Thurxoris just make a gesture with her hand to close the door again. With her mage hand.
As you close the door and turn around, you hear loud voices. That bumbling fool, Ezek. I'm going to go make sure he is properly punished. How could he let this happen? You hear his wife say something, but it fades off to mumbles as you walk down the hallway.
Crowley's gonna run over to Ezek's door really quick and just put the lipstick right outside of it and then run back
Okay.
and frame him.
Okay, got it. Well done.
Question, can we actually hear them in there? Are they leaving the bedroom?
If
or...
you turned around, I mean, you can't really. You could tell there's a scuffle and loud voices going on. You can turn around and try and hide and maybe pick up more conversation if you would like, but from where you are now, you can't really hear the details.
The question is just if we see them leave the room, or but we should,
Not yet.
probably just leave.
You can sit there and wait and see if they do. It's up to you.
Nah,
Okay.
we'll just leave.
Okay. You guys head down the stairs. Make your way out of the mansion, leaving behind your mannequin in the toilet and your lipstick smothered mirror and an unconscious god.
We just caused chaos. There was no. We really, besides getting the dinner, we really didn't accomplish too much except.
We freed a guy. We know that he's messing with some demonic stuff. We know that he's able to summon stuff. So we actually learned quite a lot on this trip. Yes, it is a shame that we weren't able to actually have a look at the documents in the desk in the library, but well, next time.
Next time we sneak into the mansion.
Yeah, we still have the keys.
You do, and you have their keys. Okay. Are you guys leaving the house then? The mansion?
Yep.
Okay. You guys, while that was going on, and we're gonna rewind. While that was going on, Botak and Gwyn roll perception checks for what was going on outside while they were having that very long conversation. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you guys. Was not expecting them to do that.
All good. All good. Perception.
Gwen isn't perceptive. She rolled an 8. She's asleep.
Gwyn is half asleep. Okay, got it.
Bojack
Just
is
leaning
also
on her
asleep.
I rolled an 8 as well. Botek is just bored watching Gwen fall asleep in a bush.
Board's tech.
Okay. You guys are waiting outside. It seems it's getting cold out the longer the night goes on. The moon, as it reaches its zenith, it seems to become, it's a very bright, just illuminates the whole town in a bright white light. The mist has increased in size, and now it reaches up to your, maybe just above your shins, as it swirls around, covering the streets and the grass, making it very hard to actually figure out where you're trotting exactly. You don't notice anything. Yeah, you don't notice anything particular or out of the ordinary. No ravens, no weird animals, or any shadows in the mist as you guys wait and kind of half-consciously look around.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there being like, how is she able to fall asleep in a bush?
Eventually, you do see two figures come out of the mansion.
I would have laughed if they came out to the front door.
You're on guard for a second until you realize it's the familiar shapes of Corral. Yeah, they come out the front door and knock the guard over. He's like,
Yeah, pardon me, coming through.
They come from behind the house, from the direction of the passed out guard in the bush, and make their way towards you.
Gwen.
Oh,
Gwen, wake up. They're back.
no, I don't want to get married.
Gwen,
What?
wake up. They have a wedding dress.
No, God,
You
no.
guys still are you taking the wedding dress with you, or did you leave
No.
it?
No.
Okay.
Oh, we
no.
left it there.
I just heard
okay.
them getting married, and I was just like, oh, I want to mess with her.
No. No, please say this is a nightmare. What's going on?
We're back.
Oh.
Welcome back, guys. Did you find out what that blue flash was?
Did you achieve lots?
We had to improvise a little. Let's put it like this: we have an
Oh,
invitation for dinner with the burgomaster.
I put a mannequin in their toilet.
What the?
That's kind of fun.
What?
Um,
What?
wait, how did this happen?
What?
Well, I picked up the
so-
mannequin.
Okay, let's start walking and talking. Are we gonna go away
Why
from
is
this
there
place?
lipstick on your hand?
You do notice lights starting to come on inside of the mansion.
Okay, we need to
Yeah,
go.
quick steps, everyone. Quick steps.
Everyone in the bush, let's go.
Walk and talk. Walk and talk.
So, first of all, we found out a few things about the burgomaster. Other the fact then that he seems to take prisoners in his own home, which is somewhat unusual, and that he has a big room full of creepy dolls for his
Pet.
Isaac. He has a dog
Pupper.
and a magic mirror that summons demonic assassins.
Okay, what? Okay, that's a lot of things to happen. Okay, so many questions. Okay, I think the most important one here is why do we have an invitation to dinner?
He's a very light sleeper.
Oh
Doesn't
no!
oil his doors.
Did you guys get busted?
We managed to talk ourselves out of it. And
Oh.
to spook his wife.
Was it the mannequin in the toilet that did it?
No, that went off very successfully.
Okay then. Hilarious, but I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Mirror. What's up with the mirror? What
So,
explain.
He has a magic mirror that's as we were able to successfully test, summons spirit assassins, demon assassins, whatever.
Uh-huh.
It summons an assassin.
Uh-huh.
We did not send it after him. But I was thinking about it.
It would be funny to do it. Actually, no, it wouldn't be funny to do it. It'd be ironic to have him killed by his own assassin thing. How's I am
So
why does this work? Why does he have this?
I assume he is magically talented, which would also explain the blue flashes. I mean, we essentially have
Wait, hold on.
actually when we went back in, were there more flashes going on?
You guys didn't see any blue flashes
No.
between the times that they went back in and started.
We
Okay,
didn't
well,
see any.
That means that there's basically three options: either he is magically gifted, or his wife is magically gifted, or his dog is magically gifted.
Wait, hold on. Question. Where did you find the Burgermaster?
In his bedroom.
Okay, well, let me be more specific. Where in the side of the house did you find the Burgermaster?
Northwest corner of the top floor.
And me and Gwen saw flashes from literally the attic, which would be the third floor area, which would be very top floor, and it would be near the front of the house.
I
You guys-
memorized the rooms in the top floor. There was exactly one door that we did not check. that could have led to a staircase further up, and that door was behind his bedroom. So there is a good chance that to get up there, you need to go through the bedroom.
Right. That probably means that somebody else could be up there in the attic.
Either
Maybe
that
it's a
or
little
it was
apartment
him.
for his mother.
Wait, say it again, both of you. Both of you talked over each other.
Go ahead, Dudley.
That could also mean that it is him. Which would also speak for the fact that he had a magic mirror in his dressing room.
Rally.
I said maybe he made a little apartment for his mother upstairs, and she's a witch or something.
That could be a possibility. Or, like I said, it could be somebody else that he has held prisoner up there. Because if it's on the third floor, the attic, the room above the second floor, in the very far front part of the house,
The thing
nowhere near where you guys were at.
we heard steps from up there, so whoever is up there has the freedom to move around, and the other prisoner that we found was chained to the wall.
Well, if there's a prisoner, if there is a guy up there, okay? Now hear me out. This is the thought process. If there's a guy up there, and the only way down is either out through the window or down through the burgomaster's door, do you think he's gonna try and get out?
Could jump out of the window.
3 stories up? That's not the smartest idea.
Whoever is up
I
there
put a mannequin in a toilet.
is magic.
I put a Mac in a toilet.
If you heard this guy moving around, what he would have been up there the entire time, right?
The thing is, the thought
Did we
process
hear?
I have is we heard somebody walk around in the attic,
Right.
and we
Was that our first or
knew
second trip?
That was
it
your
was the
first.
first trip.
Oh, so between the first and second trip, he absolutely could have gone to bed.
Yep.
True. I guess. If he's a light sleeper, like you say, and he does have somebody in the attic, then them trying to escape would be pretty much impossible. At least through the door, which is probably why they don't have. Unless, even if the door locks from their side too.
Well,
I feel like somebody else.
Long story short, we have the keys to his house, and
Wait.
we know the layout to it. So
Oh no.
what? Oh no. Oh, and just so our stories match, we were observing his house to find out if he has anything to do with Vasily van Holtz, and then we saw a person sneaking out of the back door. We assumed it was one of Strahd's minions, so Crowley and I went in to check on him, and well,
Okay.
then we
That's-
woke him up by accident.
That's almost.
Oh,
a-
and I
Right.
totally didn't do anything with the mannequin.
God, I heard you like 3 times, man.
Nothing at all. Nothing. The mannequin is totally fine. Definitely
Well,
not in a
I just want to
toilet.
make sure that you don't tell him anything. I'm telling you that I did something with the mannequin, but you can't tell him.
Why would I say anything about a mannequin?
I don't know.
I could
Guys
start a rumor
acquired.
in town and be like, "Hey guys, did you hear about the burgomaster finding a mannequin in his bathroom? In his toilet?"
Well, you guys
Face
got
full.
keys and dolls. Congratulations.
He's on the whole
Oh.
floor plan, and we know how his magic mirror works.
It's true.
So
We
worst
got
case,
doll.
I can try to sneak in there and magic mirror him to death.
That's true. You did learn some stuff.
Dolls to be friends with the other doll.
I need
Yes.
to.
Now you can make the dolls
Alright.
smooch.
Oh,
And dolls to check out later once we're back at the tavern to identify.
So you guys are walking and talking. Where are you walking and talking to?
To the tavern.
To the tavern. Okay.
I thought we had to go to the church to pick up that guy.
Nah,
Oh,
the thing
good
with that is he knows we were there. If he sends somebody to follow us, and they followed us to the church, and they in the church would then find the guy and his family in hiding, might be a little problematic.
yeah, that's why we're going to the tavern.
Okay. You guys are heading to the tavern then?
Yep.
Oh,
All right.
Away!
Away to the tavern. Hi Nexus. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, I'm having a blast. It's very interesting. I love the twists and turns that happen in Dungeons and Dragons. All right, here we go.
Have you ever had anyone stuff a mannequin in the toilet getting to that part?
Not so far. That's a first in D&D for me. It's also
I
the
wish.
first for someone to write "Eat shit and die" on a mirror with lipstick. A mirror with a cursed spirit of death on it.
you know,
Win.
like a normal mirror does.
Yeah, of course. You guys head back to the inn. Are you guys keeping an eye out for things?
Yeah, Fixer, these is
Yeah.
gonna
Okay.
Definitely.
out if they're
Roll.
getting trouble.
I'll say roll a group perception since you're all kind of keeping an eye out.
13.
19.
I have a +5 on my perception, and I generally roll shit, and I don't know why.
I got a 5. That's D&D Beyond for you.
It was 5, 5, 13. What? What were the other two?
19.
19. What was yours, Botek? Botek?
I haven't rolled yet. Hold on, one second.
Oh, okay.
Perception check. That I just rolled off the 20. It went from 20 to 14, so it's 16 total.
16 total. Okay. You keep your eyes out, looking around, seeing any signs of life. It's very rare to actually see any signs of life here in the town. As you've noticed, it's very, very quiet at night. There is almost no stir except for the mist that you kick up from around your feet. And despite the brilliant white glow of the moon at its height, you don't see anything, or if there is anything, you certainly are not aware of it. And you make your way towards the inn with relative ease. Nothing impedes you, no guards stand in your way. You'll, without having to walk along the edges of the walls, you're pretty clear of the guards. The inn is very quiet. You do notice, as you get towards the inn, there are still a few ravens awake at this time at night, kind of perched on the tree. Just very rarely, kind of just a call, just a
Pesky birds.
And we'll go to the Blue Water Inn.
Hey.
Well, you're already all in your room apparently, because I forgot to move your tokens. But
Oh, we reconvene back in the inn in our room.
you guys make it back to your rooms with little to no effort. You don't see any sign of Irina, who should not be there. I'm gonna hide her. She's not around. You close the door behind you. The moonlight shines through the curtains of your silent room. Not a single stir, aside from the few ravens outside in the whole
Not
inn.
even a mouse.
Not even a mouse. Not a creature is stirring. Not even a mouse. Okay, Nexus, happy Lurgan. What do you guys do? I'm gonna try
Okay.
and get to the point where if you guys go to bed, and then we'll stop there because I know Tom is getting sleepy already.
Sleepy time. No worries. Let's see. Probably discuss what we're gonna do real quick. So, I guess for plan in the morning then is all of us will. I don't know what are we gonna do till dinner tomorrow then? Do we go and tell what's her
I
name?
think
You gonna
we
watch
should
her?
talk to- Yeah. I
You
think
gonna
we
watch
should-
her?
I think
Talk
we
with
should talk
her?
to her again. It's I mean, we found quite a few interesting things about him.
Yeah, but besides the demon mirror with the assassin thing in it, which I don't even know how that works, what else is there to like incriminate him besides that and the prisoner that you guys let free and safe, which good on you.
I have a few ideas.
There's a room full of dolls. Is it gonna do anything?
We can beat the big guy by making him embarrassed.
Now, first of all, one thing that we found out is that the burgomaster does not seem to trust Isaac too much either. He seemed to be very upset with him, and he mentioned something about a punishment. It almost seems like he is his unwanted son. Or something along those lines.
Do we even know how old he is? He could be his son. He could just be like his eldest son.
I mean, maybe?
There's small possibility. I'm gonna go small possibility with that. But if he's like the same age or around the same age, then obviously that's not true. They're just friends. But
Well, we gained something other very useful. A set of keys. If Lady Fiona wants one of her goons sneak into his place, that might be a big benefit for her.
I don't know if that's a benefit for us though.
Well, I think we should debate this more tomorrow. And she looks over at Gwyn, who's
Already
Passed out on a bed.
Oh, Mary.
Yeah, did you guys do something with a wedding dress? Carol, you were still.
I may or may not have pretended the dress to be possessed by a ghost.
Yeah. Okay.
Beautiful improv.
Um,
I'm so proud of you, Deadly. I love that.
All right.
That was
Well,
amazing.
I'm kind of surprised that worked and glad that it did work. But if you guys want to get some shut eye, because we probably need it a lot.
It is very late. It is. You would suspect maybe 3 o'clock in the morning at this point.
Yeah, some sleep definitely sounds helpful right now.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to tie up the dolls and then put them in like. Do these rooms have like little trunks to put our stuff in?
They do. They have. There's a foot
Be- be-
locker at the end
before-
of each of the
before Crowley
beds.
puts them away, Thuxora basically signals him to wait, and she takes the 10 minutes out of her pre-bed routine and quickly identifies the dolls.
Okay. While you're inspecting the dolls, as you're casting Identify, roll a perception check.
And is 14 plus 6, 20.
20. That's pretty good. For breakfast, make sure they have pancakes.
It is bite modifiers for you, Waffles.
Didn't they have pancakes at one? Didn't you guys have pancakes? At some point? No.
We had waffles.
Waffles. Yeah, did you guys have waffles at some point for breakfast?
Yep,
Yes.
at the camp of the...
Yeah, the Vistani camp.
Yep.
they had waffles. You know, there's no such thing as pancakes in the D&D universe. Not in my D&D universe. Pancakes are outlawed at the highest level. That is, to cook a pancake in this universe is a blasphemy on the, like, you will get fifth dimensional beings coming for you if you make a pancake. You'll get demon assassins after you.
Okay,
That's what
okay.
that's what the mirror is for.
Okay, question. What happens if they make a French toast?
French toast, you're not on their hit list, but you're on their radar. You get watched.
The French don't exist here.
If you make pancakes, that making pancakes is actually a ritual that will summon a whole colony of mind flayers at your exact location.
Yeah, they it is
Maybe
the
that's how we
unholy
beat Strahd.
ceremony to summon those from the
Oh,
deepest
oh.
pits of the
We have a
abyss.
demand. We have a demand here. I demand to speak to the DM by Immortal.
You demand to speak? No. Nope, no. Oh, looks like that's enough time for it. No, you guys we gotta talk about the dolls.
Yep.
With that perception roll, you notice something very peculiar about these dolls, and you're kind of moving to inspect it, holding your hands over it, performing the ritual required. And you look at them, and they seem oddly familiar to you. You kind of examine them, hold it up. It looks very strangely, almost uncannily, like your good friend Irina Kolyana. Almost like the doll was a perfect recreation of her visage. The darker skin, the long brown hair, even her type of outfit that she wears. The other doll, just as much so, in a different outfit, but still, the other doll, also a very close image to Irina.
Huh.
Are they of magical nature in any way?
You finish casting Identify, and you find that they're just dolls. There's nothing magical about them. However, you do see a tag on the bottom of the dolls. You go to look at it and read it. It says on the tag, in very colorful, very fanciful, almost comical writing. It's like Comic Sans. It says,
No.
"Is no fun, is no Blinsky," on both of the dolls.
Huh?
That sounds familiar. Where have we heard these words before?
Uh,
Said like that.
huh.
With the Z and everything.
Then weird.
I could have sworn I've read these words.
You could roll an insight
Something
check.
like 15 episodes before.
Roll a
Yeah.
history check.
It sounds familiar to me.
Can I
and
roll,
don't
can I roll
even-
history for this?
You can roll it. Two of you can roll an insight check if you guys don't remember.
Okay.
I will
14.
I will be your note.
17.
Okay. You remember briefly that this is the same tag that is on the other doll that you possess.
Ah.
The one that
Wait,
you
the one for the kid?
read when Strahd asked you to inspect the doll.
Oh.
Um,
Does
Does
that doll
the
look like Irina?
That doll does not look like Irina. It's a very different doll. It is this long flowing black hair, very
Oh.
much more pale. Irina's kind of got like more of a darker skin coloration. This one is very pale and very bright, a very bright red gown.
very, very interesting.
Okay.
That is actually
How
very useful.
weird. Why does he have dolls of Irina? For I don't know if I don't think Irina ever left her city. So how did he know what she looks like?
I assume that Isaac didn't make this himself. I would assume that this Blinsky person is in fact the doll maker that made these. At some point, I want to meet that person. But for now, it is worth noting that Isaac cuddles with Arena at night, or with a doll of her. So, if
Oh.
you want to calm him down, well, we have the original.
Oh, so he fancies her. Got it. Maybe bring her to the dinner tomorrow then? Might keep his attention on her.
Mhm. And it also gives us some more leverage with the Burgomaster, I would assume, because his prized demon arm guy seems to really be into the person that Strahd also is really into.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So many mysteries.
Anyways, let's think more about that tomorrow.
Yeah, let's go.
And
let's
now
go.
Crowley is gonna tie up the dolls and lock them in a trunk.
Okay. Crowley, you
Go back
and the
to our
trunks do come
rooms.
with locks, free of charge. You can 100% tie up the dolls. You lock them in the trunk, and eat the key.
Just give me a few hours.
Okay, everybody, you guys are all going to bed then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You drift off into a slumber, and some of you have some interesting dreams. But we're going to leave that for next time.
Yeah.
We'll leave that for the next session. We're gonna stop here for the night.
Yay!
Oh my gosh, you guys are lucky you woke up the Burgomaster and not Ezek. You guys.
Yeah, that could have gone extremely different.
Yeah, the eventually, I guess the roll on the roll was very high for that stealth check, so it was unfortunate. But you guys
Yeah,
did
stealth
some
checks.
interesting stuff, which I was not expecting in the slightest. So I'm really curious as to like
Ooh.
where this is gonna go with the dinner tomorrow.
Yeah, stealth
gonna
is
have to-
one of the 4 stats that I don't, or one of the 4 skills that I don't have a positive modifier on.
Which one? Stealth?
Stealth.
Oh yeah.
It's stealth, acrobatics, athletics, and sleight of hand that I have +0 on. Everything else is at least
Everything
a
else is
+3.
barred.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything else is MasterCard.
Everything else, there's MasterCard. That was fun. Gwen, you alive? Thank you for playing, Tama. I know you're
Yes.
tired.
I'm good.
Oh my gosh, that was fun. That was cool. I really like that. I really like that you woke up the Burgomaster and I got to play the Burgomaster because that
That
made the
was
things 10 times
interesting.
more interesting.
Totally wasn't completely worried that he was gonna call for Ezek and get you guys killed.
What was happening in the attic?
Well,
Who knows?
Yeah, that's
Chachi-
what I'm most curious about. I don't think the
Chachi,
Burgomaster
the
has
thing
magical abilities. Like somebody else is up there.
If he started to get hostile, I would have just thunderwaved the whole bedroom. Probably killed him. His dog and his
Thunderwave the
wife.
whole bedroom. Probably killed the dog too.
You would have killed the dog, you monster!
Just
Probably
give
would
me
have-
away.
Crowley
what you gotta
would
do.
have dived to save the dog.
Bones.
I
I wanted my
respect
silly
it. I
dog.
respect it.
Dog would help you find the bones of Saint Angela in an instant. Bones, yeah, I can find bones. Crowley, that was actually pretty good. I did not expect you to be using your animal charm on the dog. That was a good call on that one. Because the dog, pretty nasty looking
I'm
dog.
always looking for reasons to use it.
Bones? Raggy? You literally gave him a Scooby snack. Would you tell me where the bones are for a
Anyway.
Scooby snack? Whoa, what about 2 Scooby snacks? Okay.
How? Oh, okay. So I was gonna go. How about the whole box of Scooby snacks?
Yeah, how about the whole box of Scooby snacks? Okay. And then Shaggy just appears out of nowhere. Like those are my Scooby snacks?
Shaggy just appears and smacks Strahd out of his.
It's actually
castle.
Ezek's voice because you haven't heard him talk yet. It's actually just Shaggy. Like I see you guys. I'm gonna punch you with my
no.
demon arm.
I'm having a fever dream.
Oh,
wow, that
man.
Irina is so
Okay.
hot. Oh god.
Okay.
Like she's like a triple decker sandwich.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god. I mean, it is Spoopy Ghost. This is Curse of Strahd. What would a Spoopy Ghost campaign be without Shaggy and Scooby somewhere? Okay, well, anyways, who do we want to raid? Let's.
I'm
That's
gonna
fine.
be going to play Age of Darkness.
You're gonna play Age of Darkness.
Yep.
What is
Final
Age of
Stand.
Darkness?
Think of a Command and Conquer combined with They Are Billions.
Oh, that sounds cool. Is it like zombies?
Yeah, it's literally nothing but these little void creatures that are roaming around the place. You kill them to be able to expand your land and build more farms, whatever you need, houses, everything. And then you
Okay.
build defenses. Every so often, there's a giant crystal on the map that breaks, and once it breaks, it sends out a bunch of freaking enemies to come straight for your base.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. That sounds lovely.
Yeah, and then after each one that you beat, the next one gets harder.
So is it kind of like a wave, like a wave
Yep.
battle
You
kind of?
you get a
Is
certain
it like
amount of
tower
days
defense?
to prepare. You get a certain amount of days to prepare until it. You can build defenses. There's towers that you can do to defend, but most of the time it's not really too tower defense like.
Very like They Are Billions,
Yeah,
which is
very
an
much
awesome
they are
game. I love
billions.
that game. Okay, well,
If you love that game, Waffles, I recommend Age of Darkness. It's actually got pretty good.
I'm terrible at it. I was garbage at it. I could not survive very long, but it was a fun game. I'm down for raiding Chachi. Let's give Chachi a raid. Let's give Chachi a raid because I haven't raided Chachi in a while. So let's give Chachi some love.
I ain't gonna raid anyone today because I'm not streaming.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know you weren't streaming. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, no,
She's had some problem.
I'm running off 3 hours of sleep.
No,
so.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
understandable. No worries. Okay. Well, I'm gonna raid you, Chachi. I hope you have a fun
Okie dokie.
time with Age of Darkness. Thank you everybody for hanging out, and I hope you guys had as much fun as I did watching the antics, the very interesting turn of events. Let's see. They've got some very interesting things that are going to happen during the night, and they've got a dinner tomorrow. So let's see what happens. Thank you for the raid slots. You're just in time to go raid Chachi. So I hope you're having a good one. Have a good night, guys. Bye, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Give Chachi some love. Thank you, Tama. Thank you,
guys.
Deadly. Thank you, Schmoodle. Thank you, Chachi.
Thank you, Waffles.
Thank you, Waffles.
Always fun. Okay. Bye-bye.